Hello friends! Today we're going to talk about gift ideas for different zodiac signs. Now, if you're here, it means that you're probably a little bit late on your gift purchases this year, and you probably want to look like an adequate person and conform to societal norms and show up with a proper gift for your secret Santa at work or with your family, which is exactly why you're here today. And I'm going to help you choose a gift for that person. Before we dive into this, I'm just going to recommend that you check the natal chart if possible, because everyone usually goes based off the sun sign, which is the sign that we know about ourselves usually, like I am an Aquarius sun. But there is more to the natal chart than just the sun sign. There's also the moon sign, a Venus, a Mars, there is a zodiac sign for every planet on your star chart. If you do have access to the natal chart, I would recommend that you look at the moon sign, because that is our inner being and our inner self. So it might be the best option to base off of when shopping for a gift. But if you only have the sun sign, that's still okay. We still can work with that. So let's go straight ahead and start, shall we? Aquarius is an air sign. It is the last air sign on the calendar of the zodiac, and it is also a fixed sign. So what is there to know about air signs? Air signs are people who love communication. They're people who get to feel most fulfilled when they are sharing ideas and communicating. So this definitely applies to an Aquarian. They love sharing ideas. They love sharing innovative ideas more particularly. They're big believers that humanity will advance in a more positive way, and that we all have a mission and a reason to be here. Fixed signs are signs that normally know themselves pretty well. They have a personality that they carry everywhere they go, and they stick to that personality. So they're not the type of people to change depending on their environment. They just stay faithfully themselves because it is one of their mantras, almost you could say, is to be authentic and to be themselves and to not do things that are misrepresenting of that. Aquarius is ruled by the planet Saturn, and Saturn is a planet of discipline, it's the planet of structure, which is quite contradictory to the fact that it is an air sign, because air signs, they like to go from idea to idea, they like to change their state of mind a lot. But Saturn is someone who wants discipline, and because of that, they have this conflicting personality inside of them, where they feel like they're an outcast. They always feel burdened by rules, by societal rules, by societal norms. They think that we can do better in the world, that we can free people from the difficulties of life, you could say. So they are burdened by the fact that they need structure, but they're also so free-spirited. And many Aquarians, because they feel like outcasts, they tend to embody a personality that's very, very specific. So if, let's say, they are an artist, they will be consumed by their art. They will breathe it, they will sleep it, they will do everything related to who they are, who they're representing themselves as, because they feel like that's how they will live the most authentic life. It's if they are just fully emerge into who they are all the time. One thing about Aquarius is that they're not very sentimental and they're not very emotional. So they are emotional, but they don't quite understand emotions. That's one thing they really struggle with. If you know an Aquarius, here's a good test how to know if they're a true Aquarius. You ask them how they feel, and the first 3 seconds they will go absolute blank. I promise you that. Probably even more if you're lucky that they answered you at all. Aquarius don't like to talk about how they feel. They have a hard time with it, because they don't trust their feelings. Being an air sign means that your feelings are up and down a lot all the time, but you're also very intellectual and cerebral, and you try to understand why you're this way, but it just results in you accepting the fact that feelings are not to be trusted and that they cannot be really counted on, that they're very changeable. So they try to rely on factual things. So many people consider Aquarius to be quite a cold astrology sign because of that. They feel like they don't take the time to explain things. They don't they cut people off easily from their lives, and it's because Aquarians, they feel like they have a bigger purpose. Their ruling planet is Saturn, like I mentioned, and Saturn is a planet that if your astrology sign is affected by it, it will make you feel like you have a certain duty to fulfill. And because of that sense of duty, they're sometimes a little bit cold to their friends and close ones because they want to spend all their time trying and reaching those goals, and they believe that life has some kind of bigger sense to it. While they are extremely good at social settings, they are also very introverted, and they almost don't want to interact with people and consider it a waste of time. So for an Aquarius, what I would recommend that you get them, if you don't know them very well, if they work with you, for example, you should get them something that is very expressive of personality and functional at the same time. So what you could do is go into a kitchenware shop, or American Outfitters have a really cute, quirky little things you can buy for the home. So something for the home, something useful maybe, but not standard. So definitely unique, definitely quirky, maybe utensils with a really cute cartoon on the other side that they like. Or you can also get them plates that are really cool. They like to have things that are functional, but they want every single thing that they own to represent them to the core. So getting something that is useful on a day-to-day basis and also represents their quirkiness and shows that they're playful, that would be a good combination. If you know them a little bit better, not a lot better, but a little bit better, you could get them something to organize their collection. So Aquarians tend to have collections of some things. Like I'm an Aquarius and I have a collection of jewelry with gemstones. It's not necessarily a collection like I have to catch them all Pokemon. It's stuff that I like to have a lot of unnecessarily. So Aquarians, because they're a fixed sign, they like to have a very fixed identity. They like to really determine who they are from an early age and stick to that. So they're likely to have a collection or two, and if you find out what collections they have, you can get them something to organize those collections. So for example, if they collect watches, you can give them a case for watches. If they collect jewelry, you can give them a case for jewelry. If they collect memorabilia from different countries, maybe you can give them a really beautiful box that can organize all these things. Something like that they would really appreciate. And then finally, if you know them really well, I would recommend that you get them something personalized. So get them their birth chart framed, or their constellation of their zodiac sign framed. You can also get them a mug that has a really funny scripture on it. They like to be goofy, they like to show that. I think those would be great suggestions for the Aquarians in your life.